Class 8, Subject General Science, Chapter 11 Human Body and Organ System. Exercise. Question 1. Find out my partner. Group A 1. Heartbeats, 2. RBC, 3. WBC, 4. Blood donation, 5. Normal body temperature, 6. pH of oxygenated blood. Group B. A 350 ml, B 7.4, C 37 degrees Celsius, D 72, E 50 to 60 lakh mm cube, F 5000 to 6000 per mm cube. 1. Heartbeats, D 72, 2. RBC, E 50 to 60 lakh mm cube, 3. WBC, F 5000 to 6000 per mm cube. 4. Blood donation, A 350 ml, 5. Normal body temperature, C 37 degrees Celsius, 6. pH of oxygenated blood, B 7.4. Question 2. Complete the following table. Organ system, organ, function. 1. Respiratory system, organ, nose. Function, for inhalation and exhalation. The air is filtered and made little warm when breath press through nose. Organ, pharynx. Function, common passage for food and air, leads to trachea and oesophagus. Organ, windpipe. Function, takes air to lungs, bifurcates into two bronchi. Organ, lungs. Function, provides space of respiratory gaseous exchange. Organ, alveolus. Function, actual gaseous exchange by taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide. Organ, diaphragm. Function, by contraction and relaxation it makes breathing movements possible. Organ system, circulatory system. Organ, heart. Function, muscular pump that can send the blood throughout the body. Organ, arteries. Carry blood away from heart to all the parts of the body, except for pulmonary artery. All over arteries carry oxygenated blood to supply oxygen to each and every cell. Organ, vein. Function, carry blood to the heart, except for pulmonary vein. All other vein carry deoxygenated blood from all the body cells to the heart. Blood capillaries. Function, each important vital organ is provided with capillary network. Exchange of oxygen, nutrients, hormones, vitamins, etc. takes place through the capillary wall. Such useful substances are sent toward the cell and waste material are taken from the cells. Organ, blood cells. Various functions depending upon the type of blood cells. RBC, carrying oxygen and carbon dioxide. WBC, Soldiers of the body produce antibodies and fight against germs of diseases. Platelets carry out important function in blood clotting. Organ plasma. Many proteins present in the plasma which carry out definite functions. Plasma also gives the fluidity to the blood. Question 3. Draw neat and labeled diagram. A. Respiratory system. Nasal cavity, trachea, lungs, diaphragm, alveoli, bronchioles, larynx, pharynx. Internal structure of heart. Answer. Right pulmonary artery. Superior vein cave. Right pulmonary vein. Right atrium. Inferior vein cave. Tricuspid valve. Right ventricle. Semilunar valve of systemic aorta. Left ventricle. Bicuspid valve. Left arterium. Left pulmonary artery. Systemic aorta. Question 4. Explain with reason. A. Human blood is red colored. Answer. The red color of human blood is due to hemoglobin, which is a red colored conjugated protein with iron that is present on the red blood cells. Therefore, it looks red. B. Upward and downward movement of diaphragm occurs consecutively. Answer. The breathing movements are possible due to contraction and relaxation of diaphragm. The rib muscles also help in these movements. When the ribs rise and diaphragm is lowered at the same time, then there is a decreases in pressure on lungs. This causes movement of air into the lungs at the time of inhalation. On the other hand, when ribs come back to their normal position and diaphragm is risen, then pressure on the lungs increases. This causes movement of the air out of the body through the nose in the form of exhalation. These movements are possible only due to consecutive upward and downward movements of the diaphragm. C. Blood donation is considered to be superior of all donors. Answer. Blood cannot be manufactured by any artificial chemical process. The only way to obtain blood is by donations of blood from a live donor. Blood is needed at times of emergency. The life of person can be saved if timely blood transfusion is given to the needy victim or patient. Since such a donation can save a valuable human life, it is called superior of all donations. D. Person with O blood group is considered as universal donor. Answer. Person with O blood group does not have any antigen on his or her RBCs. The O type blood thus cannot cause clotting reaction in the body of the recipient. Such person with O blood group can donate blood to any person having any blood group. Therefore, they are considered as a universal donor. E. Food must have limited amount of salts. Answer. More salt in diet means more sodium ions. This extra sodium salt causes rise in blood pressure. Such conditions is called hypertension. This condition can be dangerous and fatal in some cases. Therefore, one must keep control over sodium content of the food. Question 5. Answer the following questions in your own words. A. Explain the functional correlation of circulatory system with respiratory, digestive, and excretory system. Answer 1. Three systems with respiratory, digestive, and circulatory always the work in coordination. 2. Digestive system helps in breaking down complex food molecules into simple soluble nutrients at the end of the digestion process. 3. The soluble nutrients are absorbed in the circulating blood in the villi of the intestine. 4. The blood carries these nutrients to each cell during its circulation. 5. The respiratory system helps the oxygen from the air to be absorbed in the blood. 6. This process takes place in alveolus present in lungs. The oxygen is absorbed in the blood and through hemoglobin is taken to every cell of the body. 7. The soluble nutrients and chiefly glucose is metabolized with the help of oxygen producing energy. Thus, all the three systems bring about coordinated functions to keep the body alive. B. Explain the structure and function of human blood. Answer 1. Plasma is the fluid part of the blood which is pale yellow in color. It is slightly alkaline in nature. It has 90 to 92% water, 6 to 8% proteins, and 1 to 2% inorganic salts. 2. Blood cells are mainly of three types, which is RBCs, WBCs, and blood platelets. They are produced in the red bone marrow. 3. Oxygen is carried via blood from lungs to cells in various parts of body and carbon dioxide from tissue to lungs. 4. Simple nutrients like glucose, amino acids, fatty acids are taken up by blood from wall of alimentary canal and transported up to each cell in the body. 5. Nitrogenous wastes like ammonia, urea, creatinine are released by tissues into blood, which carries those to kidneys for excretion. 6. Blood transports the enzymes and hormones from the site of their production to the site of their action. 7. A. RBCs. With hemoglobin, it carries out transport of respiratory gases. B. WBCs. Soldiers of the body produce antibodies and give immunity to body. C. Platelets help in blood clotting. C. Explain the importance and need of blood donation. Answer. Blood can never be synthesized artificially. There is no substitute for natural blood. Every healthy person processes about 5 liters of blood in his or her body. In case of hemorrhage, example blood loss, the blood volume may reduce which can result into to threat to life. Moreover, the loss of blood should be immediately taken care of, otherwise it may cost the life. Therefore, blood is always needed in many such conditions. Blood donation is only option for such transfusions. Question 6. Explain the differences. A. Arteries and veins. Arteries. 1. Arteries carry blood away from the heart to the tissue of the body. Veins. 1. Veins carry blood from the tissue of the body back to the heart. 2. Arteries are located deeper within the body. 2. Veins are usually located superficially beneath surface of the skin. 3. Arteries are thick-walled. 3. Veins are thin-walled. 4. Arteries do not have valves. 4. Veins have valves. 5. There is maximum blood pressure in the arteries. 5. There is maximum blood pressure in the veins. B. External and internal respiration. External respiration. 1. Intake of air from outside into the body and release of air from the body to outside is called external respiration. Internal respiration. 1. Exchange of gases between cells and tissue fluid is called internal respiration. 2. External respiration occurs between cells and the external environment. 2. Internal respiration occurs only in the cells of the body. 3. It involves process of inspiration and expiration. It involves movement of O2 from blood into tissue fluid and movement of CO2 from tissue. 4. External respiration involves breathing and gaseous exchange. 4. Internal respiration involves neither breathing nor gaseous exchange. 5. Oxygen combines with hemoglobin in external respiration. 5. Chemical reaction occurs in the cells to form energy. Question 7. Which health parameters of blood donor should be checked? Answer. Blood donor should be healthy. He or she should have good hemoglobin content. The RBC and WBC count should also be normal. They should not carry any parasites in their blood, such as malaria parasite or dengue virus. The donor should not be HIV positive or should not have any infectious diseases. He should not have any addiction such as drug abuse or alcohol consumption. Question 8. Fill in the blanks using appropriate words given in the brackets. Hemoglobin, alkaline, diaphragm, red bone marrow, acidic, voluntary, involuntary. A. RBCs of the blood contain hemoglobin and iron compounds. B. Diaphragm is present between thoracic and abdominal cavity. C. Cardiac muscles are involuntary. D. pH of oxygenated blood is alkaline. E. Production of RBCs occurs in red bone marrow. Question 9. Find odd one out. A. A, O, K, AB, B. Answer: K is odd because all others are blood groups. B. Blood plasma, platelets, blood transfusion, blood corpuscles. Answer: blood transfusions is odd because all others are components of blood. C. Trachea, alveoli, diaphragm, capillaries. Answer: capillaries is odd because all others are parts of respiratory system. Capillaries exist throughout the body. D. Neutrophils, globulins, albumins, prothrombin. Answer: neutrophils is odd because all other are proteins present in the plasma. Question 10. Read the following paragraph and identify the diseases. Today, her child became 1.5 years old. However, that child does not seem to be healthy and happy. It was continuously crying and gradually becoming weak. It has shortness of breath. Its nails have become blue. Answer: the heart of the child is not functioning properly. Bluish nails show lack of oxygen, thus, the baby may be suffering also from respiratory problems. Question 11. Your night boring uncle has been diagnosed with hypertension. What should he do to keep his blood pressure within normal range? Answer: hypertension has many causes. Try to find out what is the exact cause. Is it lack of exercise, obesity, lots of fast and junk food consumption, over intake of salt, mental tension, etc.? He should visit a proper physician and take prescribed blood pressure control medicines. He should never miss a single tablet. He should avoid salty and preserved food. He should practice yoga and meditation. He should also undertake some stress management techniques.